So, how was your week, everyone? I want everyone to unmute and just be the expressive self. Good, just good. Sorry, lot of work. Sorry, I didn't hear you. Going good. All right, great. I also had nothing bad, right? I also had a very mediocre week that went by. I was waiting for the weekend to come. Uh, and yeah, finally weekend has come and it's about to end also. I don't know what's wrong with these weekends. It just goes like whoosh. And the weekdays are like we have to count every day. When will weekend come? When will weekend come? All right, so what are we going to discuss today? Resume. Okay, nobody else knows what we are going to discuss today. How to create a resume. Yeah, have you not created a resume even once until now? Created it. So you guys have an idea about how to create a resume, right? Then what are we going to do in this class then? You guys already know. I'll probably shut off the laptop and go buy Tata. What are we going to do today? Okay. Okay. Tell me one thing. How do we pronounce this word? Resume. How do we pronounce this word? Resume. Bhavan, tell me again. Resume. Okay. Resume. Hmm. Yeah. Anyone else? Resume. Okay. Anyone? Resume. So everyone knew that it was pronounced resume. Why were you still calling it resume? Why? தெரியும் ரெஸ்யூமேன்னு தான் சொல்லணும்னு ஆனாலுமே ரெஸ்யூம் சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தீங்களே ஏன் சும்மா ஏதோ ஒன்று சொல்லிட்டு போவோம் அதானே டக்குன்னு மைண்ட்ல but keep this in mind. From now on it's pronounced resume. Okay, it's pronounced resume. And CV, it's called curriculum vitae. Okay, both these are two different things. We'll discuss about that, the difference if we have time later on, but let's just focus on resume today. Okay, now what all should one have in a resume? Tell me, guys. Career objective. Okay. Hi Suganya, hope you're doing well. Sure. One moment. Sorry. Sorry to interrupt you, Suganya. Go ahead. Yeah. Contact information. Yes. Then. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you've covered majority of the points here, Suganya. Thank you for that. Anyone else would want to pitch in? Okay, good, good, Karan. Anyone else? Hobbies. Hello. Extracurricular activities. All right. Then, sorry, technical skills. Okay. Hmm. Good. File picture. Why? You looking for a girl? Huh? Matrimony. Hello, Mugilan. It was you, right? Yeah. பொண்ணு பார்க்க போறீங்களா ரெஸ்யூமே வச்சு சும்மா ஜாலி தான் சொன்னேன். Alright. Okay. Okay. And what else can we have in a resume? That's it? Mm, co-curricular and extracurricular activity. Okay. Someone is pinged. One moment. Known languages. By known languages, Anandi, what do you mean? The regional languages that we know or the programming languages? Okay, we'll talk about that. Okay, so we've just spoke about a lot of things that you can add in a resume, right? Now tell me, you have all these things that you need to add in a resume. How much space do you think, as a person who's freshly into this field, freshly into the industry, would need? How many pages should a resume for a fresher be of? Sorry, 1, 2, 2 pages. Mugilan, what was your answer? One page. Okay. Ideally, if you have an experience of below 7 years or below 5 years, try to make your resume as concise as possible. Try to bring it down to one single page. Right, and specifically because most of you guys are freshers, freshly out of college, and are looking out for jobs. I would recommend that you have the resume shortened to one page only. There's a lot that can be removed in your current resumes. I can definitely say that there's a lot that can be removed, and there's a lot that can be concised in the way it is formatted, in the structure of the resume, anything. Okay, so one page, keep that in mind, because a recruiter only has about 7.4 seconds, just 7.4 seconds to review your resume. Just give it a glance, skim through the resume, that's it. 7.4 seconds, keep that in mind. And within those 7.4 seconds, you'll have to make sure that everything that is relevant to the job is read by the resume, sorry, read by the recruiter. Okay, and for that we'll have to make sure that we make our resume in such a format that everything that is necessary for the job role lies on the top of the resume, and everything that is less relevant, it comes down. Gotcha. So this is one major funda of resume writing. Anything that is of highest importance goes up, and followed by the lesser important, and then the even more lesser important points, right? So let me just probably you know show you what are the points, like probably give me a moment. I'll just open Google Docs. Share my screen here. So the plan basically is to actually divide this section into two sessions. because it will be easier for us to cover all the points that I have researched until now. And we could probably have one more session if required for actually reviewing resumes basically there's two things. One is to cover all the information that we have and properly train you guys. Second is to actually give you guys time to be prepared with your resume, to prepare, revisit your resume, completely change it, customize it according to any job role. All right, I'm going to share my screen. So so you must have used Google Docs, but if not, you could probably, it's just this. And I don't know, what is this? I think I've already. Hmm. So when I actually try to open a template, I also get multiple resumes here. Templates for resumes. You could use any of your choices, right? So here, let me just probably go with the. Mm, yeah, I'll go with. I'll not go with the horizontal ones, the column ones. I'll probably go with the vertical ones. This. Let me load it. Okay. So what comes first here? Your name? Yes. Is my screen visible to everyone? Answer, guys. Yeah. And yeah, so then answer, guys. Be as much vocal as you can this time, because this is a very very important session. I want you guys to give your best attention. Be concentrated throughout this 1 hour. I'm just asking you this 1 hour. Be be concentrated, and if possible, take notes of everything that you can. Okay. uh, I'm anyway recording this meeting, but still. Okay. So uh, first thing that comes is your name. You could just remove all these extra, format things. So it should be your legal first name followed by your legal last name. Okay. If you have a central, like if you have a middle name, you could probably add an initial for that, but yeah, depends upon that. And if you want to have a designation written, yeah, you could have a designation here, for example, full stack engineer. Go for camel cases. Basically, camel case is when the first letter of each word is in caps, okay, or uppercase, and then followed by your address. Now this address is important when you are actually applying for um, international roles, international jobs. Like you have your country as well here, right? All the full address, from your street address to the city, state, zip code, sorry, pin code, and the country, right? These things are necessary if you are applying for an international role. However, if you are applying locally in India, you could just a moment, let me admit this person. You could just you could just type in probably Pondicherry, India, okay, and then followed by the phone numbers. These are the phone numbers that you can use to readily accept phone calls by recruiters. Okay, anytime the phone rings, you should be able to accept this, because it should be readily available with you. It may be your personal phone number, but do not give your mom's or dad's phone number, which is not easily accessible by you, right? You shouldn't just miss a job opportunity because the phone number was not accessible by you when the recruiter called. So you could give your phone number here followed by the email address. Now, email address. Can you guys tell me your email addresses? I'm not going to make note of it, but yeah, can you guys tell me your email addresses? I'm just going to type it here. Any- Yeah, anyway, you could do it anyway. This is loan. I'll stop sharing for a while. Okay. Hmm. 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 Mr. Karthi R, you might need to change your email address. Make it more professional. You'll have to change it, buddy. You'll have to change it so that and use a new professional one. Okay? And people with yours, Jayashri AR 20, 2020, 2002, better to use a different email address. R Jibalata 409, Rajalakshmi 018, Smart Stephen 22, please change your email address. No. Satish 1998 1127, no. I Shudinesh. Oh, what is it? Aishu Dinesh. What Aishu is your first name? I thought it was a guy who was using his girlfriend's name. Okay, Aishu Dinesh 2000. Yeah, you'll have also have to change your email address. Selvam Palni 372. Mm-hmm. Jairaj 322. Raka Rakavi Rakavi CM 30 at Gmail. No, bro. Sridhar K. Soundarajan 926, Sendil Kumaran, Ramya Venkatesan, Manimaran 2K20, you badly need a change. Uh, Fati Kamal 1995, M. Deepalakshmi 1234, no. Manobalan 1112 002, no. MJ Kashifa, all these people need to change their email address. Anyone with these kinds of random numbers, please just remove them from email. Vinod Kumar, you, no. Uday Kumar 3401. See, there should be something which makes a email address combination unique, right? Either try to put it as the first name dot last name, or try to put it the other way, last name dot first name. Okay, and like there was one Aishu Dinesh. Try Dinesh dot Aishu, or I'm sure your name full name is has ISHY. Yeah, whatever. Sorry, ISHY. Try combination which does not have a that does not have a number in it. Try using your first name, father's name. Using combinations. Gmail will actually suggest you combinations. Okay, try using that, and try to build a new Gmail address specifically for job purposes. Okay, keep your keep your personal email address completely out of all this. Whenever it is job, you have to make sure that it goes directly into this particular email address. Okay, keep it specifically for this. Okay, later on you could use it once you get a job. Later on you could use it for the purposes, but uh, until you get a job, make sure that you keep a separate or an individual email address. Okay, and people who have like long email address, try to put in a full stop or something like Jagan Shah Jahan. Bro, is Shah Jahan your this thing last name? Hello, Jagan Shah Jahan at gmail.com, or are you a fan of a Vijay? What, Shah Jahan is your another name? Okay, okay. But is this a part of your legal name, Shah Jahan? Remove it, okay. And and IK Jabbies, who's it? Hello, IK Jabbies, IKwa, LKwa, LK Jabbies. Okay, you could probably try, like it's a very simple thing. You could still keep it, but if you want to still make it a little professional, probably try putting in a full stop somewhere. Like LK.K.Javies or something like that. Then you could easily yeah, yeah, N.K.Javies, or you could still use this one itself because it is pretty much professional, not an issue. No, nothing, Jabbies. You can still use your email address, but if you want to do a change, you could probably have l.k.jabbies at gmail.com. See, for people who are finding it difficult to actually come up with a professional email address, they could use this full stop instead of numbers, right? So first name dot last name dot first name, something like that. Okay, or yeah, yeah, and make changes to your email addresses and then populate it in your. So this is my email address. Okay, right now this is done. Now what should come next? You could have multiple email addresses, phone numbers as well, but make sure that you have one address. Okay, now what should come? Oh, I'm sorry. Visible now? Is my screen visible? So we've updated the email address. What else should come now? Right. So in the LinkedIn session that we did yesterday, the previous session, uh, what was one tip that I'd mentioned? Okay, and another tip that I'd given, uh, and I can copy my LinkedIn and insert it here. Okay, I think I have my LinkedIn open here. Yeah, click on view profile. I copy this and sorry, highlight this word and insert the link. Apply. Okay, followed by if I want to add a GitHub, and also add the same similar way. Okay, now what is the next thing that you would need to add? Career objective. See, career objective is a very outdated thing to add in your resume. See, okay, tell me guys, what is the meaning of a career objective? Why do people add, like, why should people add career objective, and what is the meaning of objective, career objective in a resume? Probably give me some examples. Hmm? Hmm. To match the company's requirements and your skills, huh? Okay, okay. How is that important to the recruiter? That important to the recruiter? No, when you submit the resume, it is clear that you're applying to the job, right? So, like if I open LinkedIn and open jobs, and like applying for this role, okay, I can just hit apply. I'm uploading my resume. This is already available. If I want to add a cover letter, I could just do one thing: save, or I tell you that. I'll tell you that. Mm. Yeah, I'll tell you guys. I'll tell you that. I can hear you. I can hear you. One moment. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to copy the probably, you know what, job description, and I'm going into Bard, and I'll write a cover letter below job description. I'll paste it. It will generate a cover letter, and in the meantime I'll continue. I have everything pre-filled here. Chose the resume, and I can't enter it. Okay, never mind. Anyway, I don't expect to get a call from this one. I'm not a protected veteran. I'm an Asian, gender female. Next, this is already in. Location, Pondicherry, LinkedIn, English, Hindi, other, India, of course, India, review, submit application, right? So, you see this? It generates a cover letter. Okay, I could have easily copied it and put it into a Word format or a PDF format and then uploaded it, but cover letter was optional in that job, uh, this thing, job application. So I just skipped that part, but it is essential that you guys add a cover letter. Okay, now I've applied for this role already, so this already gives information to the recruiter that I'm interested in this role, right? So why do I need a career objective specifically here? And anyway, he is only going to choose resumes uh, whose qualifications are in alignment with the job requirements, the roles requirements, right? அதாவது அவனுக்கு என்ன தேவையோ அந்த குவாலிஃபிகேஷன்ஸ் இருக்கிற ரெசுமே மட்டும்தானே அவன் தேடி எடுக்க போறான். புரியுதா? ஸோ கரியர் ஒப்ஜெக்டிவ்க்கான நீட் இந்த ரெசுமேல என்ன என்றது தான் என் கேள்வி. Guys, opening. No, no, we don't need a career objective. See, there are two things: career objective and summary. Okay, your professional summary. Objective is what you need from the job, what you are expecting from the job, right? Like what kind of a role you want to work in, what kind of a company do you want to work in. This is of no interest for the recruiter. He just wants to make sure that you're qualified for the role that I'm hiring for. எனக்கு அந்த ரோல்க்கான தேவையான டெக்னிக்கல் ஸ்கில்ஸ் இருக்கா இந்த பையனுக்கு, இஸ் he experienced enough, has he done enough projects, is what the recruiter will look at. All right, instead of an objective you could go for a professional summary wherein you could highlight your qualifications. Got it? I could probably share. Probably, I have some. I have a good example in my. Uh, yeah, yeah. So, uh, here you go. So, is everyone able to see this? This is a different career objective and a summary basically. Your career objective will only tell you what kind of role or position that you're looking to get. Like seeking a marketing position within a top tech company in Silicon Valley. Like you would also write seeking a challenging role in a full stack engineering domain of a top tech company, something like that, right? Which would be very generic, firstly, which would be very vague, also of no use to the recruiter. Also, be very specific instead and use a summary. What you are, நீங்க என்ன full stack engineer, and what expertise do you have with so and so, with hands-on experience on technologies like yeah 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 highly skilled with these technologies. Okay. And if you are confused, you could again make use of a bard or a chat gpt to just write a summary for, like, summary for a full stack engineer looking for a role in, probably say GitHub. And it would generate it a four liner probably. Oh my god, be very specific here. See, proficient in both front end and back end development, seeking this, remove this based company where I can use my skills to build innovative, this, remove this. Or you could use that as well, not a problem. Okay. But this highlights your skills, and it kinds of gives a summary to the recruiter. இது புரியுதா உங்களுக்கு? இந்த டிஃபரன்ஸ் புரியுதா? ஆப்ஜெக்டிவ்க்கும் சம்மரிக்கும் டிஃபரன்ஸ் புரியுதா உங்களுக்கு? கைஸ், எஸ் ஆர் நோ? புரியலனா சொல்லுங்க. I'll repeat it. புரியுதா? புரியலையா? புரியுது. Okay. So next thing, you could add a professional summary, which is again not very, like, if you are not able to actually fill in the space, you could go with that. Okay. Followed by அதுக்கப்புறம், if you want to have, you could have education. uh, Point here is எது முன்னாடி வைக்கணும், which one to put up in the resume. Should I put skills first? Should I put experience first? Should I put education first? இது மூணுல எதை நான் first போடணும், right? So if you are an experienced person and if you want to highlight the role specific or the role relevant experience, go ahead and add the experience first and then followed by the education. If you're a fresher out of college, right, and you do not have much of the relevant experience for the job role, put the education first. Purida, got it? Yeah. So for freshers, I'm just copy pasting this and I'm adding it here. Okay. What is your college name? I'm putting IFET, College of Engineering. Okay. Location from degree. Basically, it's actually good if you put it this way. Um, Sorry. Let me just. Bachelor's, Bachelor of Engineering, and the place. Now, some people also want to actually add their CGPA. If they have a good CGPA, you could go ahead and add it. Otherwise, leave it. All right. If you have anything above 7.5, something like that, that you want to boast about, go ahead and add it. Otherwise, for people like me, average scoring people, வேண்டாம் எதுக்கு தேவையில்லாம. Okay. And then the month, probably you could just add the year. Sure. Okay. But people with a very large gap, maybe you could avoid doing that. Okay, avoid adding this. So yeah, but if you want to just give the year, probably give it. That's not a problem. Okay. When did I? April. Uh, Sorry, September 20. 30. Okay. And here, இது எதுக்கு தனியா கொடுத்துருக்காங்க? Does anyone have an idea? இங்க இது கீழே என்ன எழுத போறோம்? காலேஜ் படிச்சோம், என்ன படிச்சோம், என்ன டிகிரி, எப்போ முடிச்சோம், எழுதிட்டோம். இதுக்கப்புறம் என்னது இது lorem ipsum? Why are we having this additional thing? So here I don't have a GitHub link, so I'm just removing this. Okay. Yeah. எதுக்கு இது? This is to highlight any rewards or recognitions or awards that I had accomplished or gotten during this period. Like, some people said that they were awarded the best performer award, right? You could add it here. Awarded with the best performer of the year 2020. Put it this way, for excellency in academic and co-curricular activities. Okay, other this same, right? Or any other achievements that you would got, your project might have been recognized somewhere, that you would have done a project here, add that here, not a problem at all. Okay, so this is how some value is occupying a space in your resume. Instead of adding irrelevant things like a career objective, like personal details, declaration, photographs, etc., have things that add values to your resume. Like if you got any awards, if you performed any, if you did any certifications, or if you did any internships while you were studying this, add that as well here. And if it is also something which is like if it's also related to your co-curricular activities and you got some awards, highlight it here, not a problem at all. And let's say that if I have multiple degrees, like let's say that I did an ME as well, so what I'll do is I'll add the ME first and then followed by the B. So let's say I did the ME in Pondicherry University, and uh, Masters of Engineering in what? Let's say, what is artificial intelligence? Oh, sorry. From from when did I do? Let's say September of 2013 to, it's a 2 year program, right? I'll put April 2015. Okay. Uh, Computer science. This is basically a major, computer science and engineering. Want to if you want to actually be okay, or MEN, artificial intelligence. Okay, and if you want to add uh, okay, if you want to add HSC, like, see, if there are people with multiple degrees, you could just end it here. If you are only a single degree person, you could add HSC as well here. Okay, புரியுதா இது வரைக்கும் ஏதாவது டவுட்ஸ் இருக்கா இருக்கா இல்லையா okay. Now we'll come to the skills later. But for people who have experience, okay, in the experience நான் இப்போ ஒரு ஃப்ரெஷர். ஆனால் நான் இன்டர்ன்ஷிப் பண்ணியிருக்கேன், ஆனால் நான் வந்து ப்ராஜெக்ட்ஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். அப்போ எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸில் போடலாமா போடக்கூடாது? கண்டிப்பாக போடலாம். அண்ட் அந்த எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் நீங்கள் அப்ளை பண்ணுற ஜாப் ரோலுக்கு ரெலவெண்ட்டாக இருந்துச்சுன்னா கண்டிப்பாக அந்த எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸை தூக்கி எஜுகேஷனுக்கு முன்னாடியே போடலாம். யூ கெட் தட் பாயிண்ட்? கைஸ் ஐ வாண்ட் எஸ். ஸோ இது எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் வந்து I could put it here if it is relevant to the job role that I'm applying. நான் இப்போ ஃபுல் ஸ்டாக் என்ஜினியருக்கான ரோல்ஸ்க்கு நான் அப்ளை பண்ணுறேன். நான் ஃபுல் ஸ்டாக் என்ஜினியர்லேயே என்ஜினியரிங் சாரி இன்டர்ன்ஷிப் முடிச்சிருக்கேன், ப்ராஜெக்ட்ஸ் முடிச்சிருக்கேன். நம்ம ஏபிஜே ட்ரீம்ஸில் நான் வந்து தனியாக 2 3 ப்ராஜெக்ட்ஸ் முடிச்சிருக்கேன்னா மேக் தட் ஆஸ் அன் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் அண்ட் ஆட் இட் ஹியர். ஓகே, இதில் வந்து இஃப் யூ டிட் அன் இன்டர்ன்ஷிப், வாட் இஸ் த கம்பெனி நேம்? ஓகே, ஏபிசி private limited, location Chennai, job title as software engineer intern, something like that. Intern, month from, let's say, April 2022 till present. Okay, and I'll tell you what needs to be added here. இது வந்து internship, and then you could go ahead and add a project as well here. For that, இது கீழே என்னென்ன வரணும்னு நான் சொல்றேன் உங்ககிட்ட. இது கீழே there has to be statements that quantify your work. குவான்டிஃபைனா நம்பர் கண்டிப்பாக வர்ற மாதிரி இருக்கணும். எதுவோ நான் எதை நான் நம்பராக காட்டணும்னா, நீங்கள் அங்கே வேலை செஞ்சீங்க, நீங்கள் இன்டர்னாக வேலை செஞ்சீங்க, அதுலேருந்து என்ன பாசிட்டிவ் இன்கம் வந்தது. சரி, இப்போ நீங்கள் if you've done a project, okay, what was the need for that project? What impact did that project have? Let's say that you did something with the SEO thing, okay, or you kind of there was some legacy codes that was written for the company until you came there, but you actually refactored the entire legacy code and made use of probably a React JS. You modernized the entire code, and which reduced the load time of the website by like what, zero point 0.5 seconds, or you even, let's say, 5 like 0 point some seconds, or efficiency by certain percentage, let's say 10 percentage or a 5 percentage. That's the result, right? You have to make sure that you quantify whatever you do and add them as points. ஓகே, இங்கே நம்ம எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் கீழேயோ இல்லை நீங்கள் ப்ராஜெக்ட்ஸ் கீழேயோ என்ன கான்டென்ட் எழுதாலும் இட் ஆல்வேஸ் ஹேஸ் டு ஸ்டார்ட் வித் அன் ஆக்ஷன் வேர்ப். மேக் ஷுர் தட் யூ ரிமெம்பர் தட் வாட் இஸ் அன் ஆக்ஷன் வேர்ப். ஓகே, திஸ் இஸ் தி இது வந்து ஒரு ஃபார்முலாவாக எழுதிக்கோங்க. ஐம் ஆக்சுவலி கிவிங் யூ திஸ். there is one moment. There's a formula for action verb. The content, I've written it, yeah. So it would be an action verb followed by from, followed by data, followed by some words like in order to, or which led to, and then the impact. அதாவது நீங்க என்ன பண்ணீங்க, ம், அதுக்கப்புறம் like what were the actions that you did in what, like let's say you modernized the code for the application for the company. You modernize the code for the company in order to, or which brought or which led to a speed increase of 10%. அதுதான் வந்து impact. புரியுதா? So I could probably put it as modernized legacy code for um, so and so company. Yeah, but developing is basically very generic, right? I mean, if you have, see, developing is something like you're inventing something, right? It's newly creating, correct? Ah? Here I'm giving you an example of changing something which is already available. You could definitely use developed. Okay, so ABC part in the code that which led to 13% increase in page loading. Okay, in the mother, or developed uh, developed ABC project to minimize the um, what uh, website, sorry, to improve the website performance by 12%, or some whatever it is, or so and so time 0.5 or 0.09 seconds, right? These kinds of things. Make sure that you have numbers to support whatever you've written here. And by action words, these action words should have impact in it, like launched, achieved. I'm telling you some action words. You could make use of these action words. You could probably make note of these action words. uh, Increased, modernized, refactored. What else is it? Trained, built, improved, increased, earned, decreased. These kinds of things. Yeah, built. And what else was it that I had written? Yeah. So basically, these kinds of words which have a greater impact on your resume. So these are all the action verbs. They should follow by some data, and then they should have a impact, right? For everything that you write, you have to make sure that you follow this formula. Okay, and do not use any personal pronouns, like do not use I, or we did this, we developed something, we created. No, instead just remove the I and just write from developed, designed. Okay, these kinds of things. Now இது very clear இல்லையா? புரியுதா இல்லையா? Clear? Yeah, yeah, go ahead. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. Yes. See, as many experience as you have, நீங்க internship எங்க பண்ணாலும் projects எங்க பண்ணாலும், it is still a part of your relevant experience only. You should add both, I would say. Add both. Okay. So இன்னொரு செஷன் நான் இங்க வரைக்கும் நான் முடிக்கிறேன். Next session will continue from here. இது வரைக்கும் என்ன doubts இருக்கா? Was it useful to you guys? So basically, I'll just end with some more points here. இதுக்கப்புறம் you will add things like skills. Neither I'll probably take another 5 to 10 minutes here. I'll just share my screen again and tell you the thing. So experience is done, education is also done, and then you'll follow up by skills. Now the skills நீங்க வந்து என்னென்ன ஆட் பண்ணலாம், நீங்க ஸ்கில்ஸ்ல உங்களுக்கு என்னென்ன டூல்ஸ் தெரியும்னு ஆட் பண்ணலாம், டெக்னாலஜிஸ் தெரியும்னு ஆட் பண்ணலாம், லாங்குவேஜஸ் தெரியும்னு ஆட் பண்ணலாம், ப்ராசஸஸ் லைக் ஸ்க்ரம் எஜைல் இந்த மாதிரி தெரிஞ்சதுன்னா நீங்க இதுவும் ஆட் பண்ணலாம். நீங்க இதை வந்து நீங்க டொமைன் வரியாவும் நீங்க வந்து டிவைட் பண்ணலாம். லைக் இஃப் யூ ஹேவ் எனி டிசைன் ஸ்கில்ஸ், ரைட்? உங்களுக்கு ஃபிக்மா தெரிஞ்ச மாதிரி இருந்துச்சுன்னா, இல்லஸ்ட்ரேட்டர், அடோபி இல்லஸ்ட்ரேட்டர் இருக்குல்ல, இதெல்லாம் தெரிஞ்ச மாதிரி இருந்ததுன்னா ப்ராப்ளி யூ குட் டிவைட் தி ஸ்கில்ஸ் அஸ் டிசைன் ஸ்கில்ஸ் அண்ட் டெக்னிக்கல் ஸ்கில்ஸ், right? And then put whatever skills you have under design skills and add it as add whatever skills you have in technical skills. Okay, but if நீங்க அந்த மாதிரி design skills எதுவும் இல்லை, which you could actually divide it under what do you say, domains, but you can actually divide things like technology tools அந்த மாதிரி divide பண்ற மாதிரி இருந்தா கூட you could divide it like tools. எனக்கு என்னென்ன தெரியும், like எனக்கு Splunk தெரியுதா, okay. Postman தெரியுதா, okay, I could add that. வேற என்னென்ன டூல்ஸ் இருக்கு? Come on guys. Sure. So huh, என்ன சொல்றாரு, சாரி, நெட். Okay, yeah, whatever tools you know, that. And technologies ஏதாவது தெரிஞ்சிருந்தா, டெக்னாலஜிஸில் லாங்குவேஜஸ், பேசிக்லி டெக்னாலஜிஸில் இல்லை, நீங்கள் லாங்குவேஜஸ் என்னென்ன தெரியும் உங்களுக்கு? சி தெரியுதா, C++ தெரியுதா, ஜாவா தெரியுதா, ஜாவா ஸ்கிரிப்ட் தெரியுதா, அதுக்கப்புறம் நோட்.js தெரியுதா, இதெல்லாம் தெரிஞ்சால் போடுங்க. பைத்தான் தெரியுதா, போடுங்க. எவ்ரி திங், புட் வாட் எவர் யூ நோ. பட் yes, yes, everything, everything, everything. Of course, you can add everything. No, who said no? Who said? There are roles, like their job roles. They was specifically asking for HTML, CSS, and JavaScript only. If you don't add these three skills in a resume, how are they going to know that you are equipped in these three uh, skills? HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. You have to add it. It is fundamentals of full stack, bro. Add them. Like if you இதை வந்து தனியா நீங்க ஸ்கிரிப்டிங் அப்படின்னு போட்டு HTML CSS போடணும்னு நினைச்சா கூட நான் போட்டுக்கோங்க. It's all right. Okay. See, my point is, instead of not having anything relevant in your resume, have these things, right? And then you could divide it. அதை நீங்க அதுக்கேத்த மாதிரி டிவைட் பண்ணலாம் நீங்க, சரியா? அண்ட் ஸோ ஸ்கில்ஸ் இதை முடிஞ்சிச்சு. அவார்ட்ஸ்ன்றது வந்து காலேஜில் கிடைச்ச அவார்ட்ஸ்னால் நீங்கள் காலேஜ் பேர் கீழே எழுதிக்கலாம். ஓகே. இது தவிர்த்து நீங்கள் வேறு ஏதாவது அவார்ட்ஸ் கிடைச்சது, உங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது சர்டிஃபிகேஷன்ஸ், ஏதாவது வேறு ஏதாவது ரெக்கக்னிஷன்ஸ் கிடைச்சதுன்னா ஆட் இட் ஹியர். அப்படி இல்லைன்னா லீவ் இட், ரிமூவ் இட். அது இதுக்கு பதிலாக நீங்கள் இன்னொரு செக்ஷன் வச்சுக்கலாம், விச் இஸ் கால்ட் அச்சீவ்மெண்ட்ஸ். ஓகே. நீங்கள் இந்த ப்ராஜெக்ட்ஸ் முடிச்சிங்க, இந்த டெட்லைன்குள்ளே முடிச்சிங்க, ரைட்? இதெல்லாம் நீங்கள் அச்சீவ்மெண்ட்ஸ்குள்ளே போடலாம், right? And if you want to add anything extra, add all that. நீங்க படிக்கும்போது நீங்க, if you were like, let's say, இங்க if you were the gold medalist or something, வேற ஏதாவது அவார்ட்ஸ் படிக்கும்போது கிடைச்சதுன்னா add it here. Other than that, உங்களுக்கு இங்க ப்ராஜெக்ட்ஸ் பண்ணும்போதோ இல்லை இன்டர்ன்ஷிப் பண்ணும்போதோ வேற ஏதாவது அவார்ட்ஸ் கிடைச்சதுன்னா இங்க ஆட் பண்ணுங்க. அச்சீவ்மெண்ட்ஸ்ல ப்ராப்ளி add your ப்ராஜெக்ட்ஸ், கம்ப்ளீட் ஆன ப்ராஜெக்ட்ஸ், right? இதெல்லாம் so போடுங்க. Achievements you know what it is, I don't think so it is necessary, but yeah, just add them if you want. Okay. இதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து பேசிக்லி இதுவே வந்து உங்களுடைய மேஜர் பார்ட் ஆஃப் த ரெஸ்யூமே வந்து எடுத்துரும். ஓகே. சர்டிஃபிகேஷன்ஸ். சர்டிஃபிகேஷன்ஸ் ரைட். நீங்கள் வந்து அவார்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் அச்சீவ்மெண்ட்ஸில் நீங்கள் அந்த இதெல்லாம் எழுதலாம். அந்த ரெண்டுமே வந்து இஸ் நாட் வெரி இம்பார்ட்டண்ட். பட் இதுக்கப்புறம் நீங்கள் சர்டிஃபிகேஷன்ஸ் ஒன்று நீங்கள் கண்டிப்பாக ஆட் பண்ணலாம். சர்டிஃபிகேஷன்ஸ் வந்து எங்கேருந்து வாங்கியிருக்கீங்க, என்ன டெக்னாலஜியில் எதுக்காக வாங்க, வாட் இஸ் த ப்ரோக்ராம், அண்ட் தென் வென் டிட் யூ ரிசீவ் இட், right? So let's say you receive a certificate of completion by APJ Dreams in full stack development, and then when did you receive it, right? A certificate of completion for internship, எப்போ என்ன எங்க, right? And apart from this, if you do not have any certifications at all, then you have a lot of places wherein you could get uh, free courses like Coursera la நிறைய free courses இருக்கு. Google provides you a lot of free courses. I am very sure you guys would have known it, right? Google provides a lot of free certifications, even if it is not relevant to full stack development. Out of interest, go ahead and learn these uh, this thing certifications. Majorly, make sure, try your best to do courses which are relevant to your certifications, which are relevant to your job role. Otherwise, if you don't get it, but if there's something where ரொம்ப கொஞ்சம் ரிலேட்டிவாக இருந்தால் அப்புறம் go ahead and just do it. Okay. Go ahead and complete it and then add it here. A lot of free courses are available online. LinkedIn learning ன்னு ஒரு இருக்கு. அதுல கூட வந்து நிறைய courses வந்து ஃப்ரீயா கிடைக்குது. And you could, with LinkedIn learning, what it is, you could learn that particular subject or topic and then add it to your skills automatically. அது ஒரு தனி badge வந்துரும் உங்க LinkedIn profile that this guy has finished so and so certification. So அது ஒரு proof மாதிரி ஆயிடும், right? Proof to whoever is viewing your this thing, profile, LinkedIn profile. He or she is actually skilled in so and so language, so and so scripting, right? So அதெல்லாம் ஆட் பண்ணிக்கலாம். ஓகே. இதுதான் வந்து உங்களுடைய பேசிக். ஓகே. அண்ட் ஒன் திங் இஸ், நீங்கள் எப்போ நீங்கள் ரெஸ்யூமே ரெடி பண்ணாலும் ஒரே ஒரு ரெஸ்யூமே மட்டும் வந்து எப்போதுமே டிபெண்ட் பண்ணி இருக்காதீங்க. ஓகே. கிரியேட் மல்டிபிள் வெர்ஷன்ஸ் ஆஃப் யுவர் ரெஸ்யூமே. ஒரு ஜாப் ரோலுக்கு ஏற்ற மாதிரி கிரியேட் மல்டிபிள் வெர்ஷன்ஸ் ஆஃப் யுவர் ரெஸ்யூமே. See, at this point in time, with the current technologies, everything that we have, everything is way easier. Like, I'm just opening a bloody Bard, I'm just opening a bloody Chat GPT, I'm just copying the roles, job roles and responsibilities, and I'm creating the fucking content of my own resume. Entire content can be actually customized. There are tools like resume.io. I can just copy paste the roles and responsibilities. I can just copy the qualifications, and actually, I could build the entire resume from scratch without me actually having any knowledge, any English knowledge. இல்லாம இருந்தா கூட I could just go ahead and build a resume, right? It just takes effort from you. Okay. And the key here is that the resume should have whatever the recruiter wants to see in your resume. ஏன்னா ஒரு ரெஸ்யூமே வந்து ஒரு ரெக்ரூட்டர் பார்க்கும்போது he would not look for options, uh, look for points, ஆர் எதுக்காக இந்த ரெஸ்யூமே நான் சூஸ் பண்ணணும்னா யோசிக்க மாட்டான். எதுக்காக இந்த ரெஸ்யூமே வந்து நான் சூஸ் பண்ணக்கூடாதுன்றது தான் அந்த அவன் மைண்டில் ஓடிட்டு இருக்கும். ஸோ த லெஸர் நம்பர் ஆஃப் ரீசன்ஸ் தட் யூ கிவ் ஃபார் யுவர் ரெஸ்யூமே டு பி ரிஜெக்டட், the more are your chances to be selected, right? And in this time and age, 100 job applications you do, 2 or 3 interview calls you would get. And of those 2 or 3 interview calls, to get a job letter or to get a job offer is something that is completely dependent on your skills, right? But the first step itself is creating a good resume, creating a recruiter attractive or an ATS attractive resume. Okay. So as much as possible, some points that I would say to not have in your resume is just being vague about your roles and responsibilities, like you're just saying that I was part of so and so team, and I my responsibility was to build this part of this website. My responsibility was to do this part of this website. No, you did that role, but அந்த நீங்க பண்ண வேலையால by the task that you did, what was the outcome of that role, right? நீங்க அந்த 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 பேஜை நீங்க டெவலப் பண்ணிட்டீங்க, பட் வாட் வாஸ் த நீட் ஃபார் தட் பேஜ் அதை நீங்க சொல்லலாம்ல as the outcome or as the impact. So quantify your work, right? And add more weightage to the points that you do, right? That's what people want to see in your resume. Okay. And second thing is using words like hard worker, go getter. No, these are very vague words. No, these people don't want to, like, see, these are words that anyone in the world can use. Yaar venal use panla. Everyone is a bloody hard worker only. Even to breathe, everyone is working hard only, right? So these are words like, these are very vague words, and these are not necessary in your resume. I'm a hard worker, like soft skills in ஒரு தனி section போட்டுட்டு நீங்க hard worker, go getter, இந்த மாதிரிலாம். No, don't do that. Out of the box thinking. Don't use these kinds of words. Okay. Don't use a photograph. One reason I'm saying, the reason behind that is that it's not ethical to actually be, or provoke someone to discriminate between the applicants by the appearance, right? So when you add a photograph, it means that you're also giving your appearance importance here, and you actually, uh, your skills should not be weighed based upon your appearance. So let's say that you have added your photo in the resume and you look very great, but there's another skilled person, very skilled person compared to you. He's not added his photograph, but he's added all his resume skills, everything, etc. But let's say by any chance a recruiter is not good here, and he just looks at your profile and he's very attracted by the profile picture. It's very professional and all, and he kind of makes a judgment. You remember first impression? He kind of makes a judgment by the professional photograph that you have, and he thinks that, yeah, this guy is going to be a good role. The other person loses the job just because of the photograph that you have. So these kinds of things should not happen, right? And any personal details, nobody is interested in it apart from the contact details which is necessary to contact you whenever they find your resume fit for the role. Don't add anything personal. And even in the content of the experience or the project thing, don't add anything which has a personal pronunciation like I, we, etc. Don't use ivs and etc in your email, in your resume. What else? Go for a professional summary if you want to fill up space, right? And don't go for declarations. Highly unnecessary. Highly unnecessary. Okay. And do not add any kind of logos in your resume. Like if you are doing some projects, or if you want to even add a LinkedIn logo, GitHub logo, some people want to add that. Do not add that. It's not necessary. And if the company is using in ATS, no, it becomes really difficult for the ATS to actually scan through your thing. Unwanted images, logos, unwanted colors. The colors is also something that we will discuss later, but these kinds of things you should keep in mind. Okay. Any questions? Was the session clear today? Did you guys not have any questions at all? Was it boring? Yeah. See, it depends upon your skills, Abdul. See, if you think that you can create a template for yourself, if you have that creative capability, go ahead and do it. Or if you want to go ahead with the predefined templates by these word processors or any other tool like Canva or anything, you could go ahead with anything. It's the content that is necessary, right? But don't make it very fancy. Okay, don't make it very fancy, like don't use too many colors in it, don't make it very blingy, right? Try to keep it as simple as possible. You know, a lot of times, a lot of times, I would want to say here, the simplest resume we actually pass through the ATS systems, actually pass through the recruiters scanning, because they're simple one, easy to read through, and they have all the qualifications that my role wants, right? All technical skills, all work experience is there, all qualifications is there, right? So these kinds of things, it's just the content. Okay, but make sure that it is as simple as it can be. Okay. Yeah, any more questions? Yeah. Yeah. No, you could still use the same template. The content can be updated. You could still use, and make sure that when you save it, you save it. See, most widely used one is PDF at the moment. The format for these things, format for these resumes. Make sure that you save it in PDF, because it adds security. Once no one is able to actually edit your resume or use it again, although that happens very rarely, but still. And PDF is something which is readily available in a lot of recruiters system, right? uh, and in most of the job roles, no, they will say what kind of extensions, file extensions do we accept resumes in. Some people are, most commonly are docx and PDF. Okay, that's one thing. And yeah, you could have multiple versions of it, like one for full stack, one for some other role. uh, just do that. Okay, and company wise also you could do. Okay. And yeah, any more questions? All right. Okay, then I guess we don't have any more questions for today. I would want everyone to actually prepare their resumes properly the next week, and we are going to review all of your resumes. Okay, the first task is to actually create a good professional Gmail account. Okay, the second task is customize your LinkedIn profile, optimize it, make it recruiter friendly, because it is not very necessary, but it is a very important nice to have, right? It is not mandatory, but it is a very important. And in this day, in today's world, everyone is almost 99.9% percentage of the companies are asking for a LinkedIn profile link URL. So the better your LinkedIn profile is, the more you are engaged in your LinkedIn profile, it's an add-on to you, right? So these three things: Gmail, LinkedIn profile, what else? Resume. Okay, these three things should be ready next week. Okay. All right, guys. Oh, hi. You guys didn't get it? Okay, it's available here in this channel. Let me just uploaded it in this channel. Shuri, Stop recording.